Okay, welcome to this video on mail merge. It is a way to efficiently send a letter with personalizations to many people, right? If you're just sending a letter to 1,000 people, but the letter's all the same, well, you just print 1,000 of them. But if I want to create subtle differences between the letters, like the base of the letter is the same, but I want to address it to somebody, I want to mention something specific about them, then I'm going to want to use something called a mail merge. So this video, we will show you how to do a mail merge, and you can also do an email. You can do envelopes. You can do lots of things with a mail merge once you know the basics. So in order to start, you need two main things. You need the letter, and you need a document where the personalization is going to come from, an Excel spreadsheet with that personalization. So right now what we're looking at is a document, and you can see there are some gaps. There's no salutation, there's no dear whoever, there's no address. These are things we will add in, and then you will see that it will populate with the information that we choose. You can also see about halfway down the letter, the sentence that says, through the generous donations our community members we have made. And then it goes, in the past, and there's a space, and this is where someone's name should go. Jane, something like this, you have been able to support our programs at the blank level, and we would like to ask you to search your heart and see if you might be able to increase your giving this year to blank. So these blanks will be filled in. And you can really create whatever kind of blank you want on an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so it's basically pretty easy. It walks you through it. If you go up to the top ribbon and click Mailings, and then click Start Mail Merge. And then it will give you a choice. We want to do a letter. You can do emails, labels, whatever. So now you keep going. So we started here, right? And now we're going to here, select recipients. So you can type a new list, or I'm going to use an existing list. And now it's going to ask me to find this list. Let's hope it comes up pretty quickly. No, we're going to have to start over. Okay, it's all right. So we're going to go to where I keep all of this, way at the top. Bear with me. Here. Here. And then here. I had queued it up, but it didn't listen to me. It didn't remember. Okay, so now it's about all the way at the bottom, mail merge. Okay, so now we're looking for the Excel spreadsheet for the mail merge. Okay, so now it's going to ask me, is this the right one? And this is very important. Is the top row containing the column header? So name, last name, address, these kinds of things. And the answer is yes, so I will keep this clicked. If your answer is not, if the top row is just that information, then you would unclick that. So it would count that top row. So now we're going to hit OK. Okay, so now the next thing comes up. Edit recipient list. Okay, so now we can see this list here, and I can look at what it says, and it looks like it's the right list, so that's okay. So now I want to go to my address block. So now this is our first problem, right? So when I go to our address block, nothing is coming up. So we go down here because nothing is matched. So we need to match the fields. So what Word thinks is an address, I need to tell it in Excel, this is the address. What Word thinks is the first name, I need to tell it this is the first name. So you'll see it's pretty intuitive. So now we go into match fields, and first name is first name, surname is last name. You can do a suffix like Mr. Mrs., but we didn't. There's no company. I have address, street address. So when I click on this drop down, the drop down are all of the things that are on my Excel spreadsheet. City is equal to city. County is equal to county. We don't have county, sorry. Zip is already chosen, so that's okay. There is no county. And that's it. So I will hit OK. And now you can see an example. So this is my first one, and I can go through them. I only have a few, and see if they're right. So it's giving me all the right information. I'm going to click OK. And now address block went in. So right where that is, the address will appear of that person. Okay, so now next, I want a greeting line. So I want to say, Dear Clark Kent, or Dear Big Bird. So it looks like the fields are matched up. So now my greeting line is there. And so now I'm going to go to the next part, in the past, and I can still edit the letter at this point. So I'm going to put a comma, in the past, comma, space. And now I'm going to go here to insert merge field. And now this is going to give me the other things that are on my Excel spreadsheet. So current level of support is something on my spreadsheet. And so I will show it to you after. We'll get into the Excel and I'll show you what it looks like. So now current level of support will appear there. And then you've been able to give it the, no comma, sorry. Now go back up to insert merge field. And this is my desired level. So the desired level is going to pop up. And I want to get rid of that space so that it seems normal, just one space between. Oh, I did this wrong. See, you got to pay attention. So here it's going to be their name again. Sorry. So here is going to be their first name. And then here is going to be their current level, right? So current level at the, now we go back up to insert merge, and now we go to current level of support. And then here we're going to the desired level. Space, and then desired level. And make sure your punctuation, see how now my period is very far away? I don't want that. I want the period to be right up against it because it's the end of the sentence. So I want to make sure that my punctuation is right and I don't have too many spaces or too few spaces because then it's going to look funny when it's done. Okay, so now I have everything in my letter that I want, and now I can go to preview results. So there's one of them. I can go here and look through. So Big Bird, 2 dropping circle, New York, 11345. Dear Big Bird, and then we can see in the past, Big, you have been able to support our program at the $1,000 level. So I need to make sure that there's a dollar sign here and a dollar sign here. And we're asking you to increase your giving to $2,000. Okay, so you can see how it makes sense. Now, obviously, this name Big doesn't really make sense because Big is not a name. But if it was Jane, you would see that it would make sense. So now we can look through the rest of them and see if they are also. I think I have. Oh, that's the last one, so we can go backwards. So Clark Kent. Clark only gave 100, and we want him to give 200. So the changes stick. We see the dollar signs stick and all of that. And you could put the dollar signs in the original Excel spreadsheet, and then it wouldn't be a problem. I think when I put it in, I let it change it itself, which made it didn't click over. Okay, so now we have gone through everything. We have started the mail merge. We select the recipients. We didn't have to edit the list, but we could have edited the list. We highlighted the merge fields. We did an address block, a greeting block. We inserted the merge field, and we previewed the results. And then we can go here to finish the merge if we want, right? So we choose this to complete the mail merge. And then you'll see all of the documents and you can print them at that point or send it by email. Now, if I want to change this to an email, now it's an email. And I have to maybe reformat this, to move over. But now it's the same information and it's an email. And I can change it back to letters. Okay? So what I want to show you now, just so you can see where the information came from, because as part of the process, it doesn't really tell us. I want to show you what the Excel spreadsheet looked like. Because again, you must set these two things up independently and you need to set them up first. So here we go. Here's the Excel spreadsheet. Let's close that. here's the Excel spreadsheet, and it's quite simple. You see the top line are the categories, right? As I said they were. And you can just see the zip codes, you can see the email, you can see the current level of support, desired level of support. If I wanted to add in here, if I wanted to add a salutation, I could do Mr. Bart, Mr. Mickey Mouse. Maybe let's say Clark Kent is a knight of the British uh, realm. We can make him Sir, uh, Mr. Big Bird. So you can do whatever, and then this would be another element that you could choose for your letter. Whatever you want to be personalized must be in the Excel spreadsheet, right? So you have to really think about it ahead of time. Okay, so this is kind of how we do it. And so we can edit the individual documents when we do it. So you could then see these 4 documents and look at them individually. I don't need to do that. Or you can just print the documents or send the email messages. That's kind of the final step. So I hope this was helpful to you. Please make sure to check out the other videos if you haven't already. And thank you so much.